حي على الفلاح.
نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم اجعلنا دعاة إليك وإلى رسولك. فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه المبين: أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. فأما من قام مقام ربه ونهى النفس عن الهوى فإن الجنة هي المأوى. صدق الله العلي العظيم وصدق رسوله النبي الكريم وأنا على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. So everybody is good? All of you, part of you. So inshallah today we want to talk about this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He has created the insan, the mankind. And we are composed of two things. Two things are put together that makes us. One is the body, and this body is created from dirt. And the other part of us is our ruh, our soul. And this is created from light? Breath. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran, وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ. They ask you concerning the ruh. The Jews had come and they had put 3 questions to test the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَيَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الرُّوحِ. They ask you concerning the ruh. قُلْ هِيَ مِنْ أَمْرِ اللَّهِ. Say it is from the Amr, the command of Allah. Kun fayakun, be and it is. It's not like made from a matter. So it is from the command of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala did not assign or say that the soul is created from this substance. So these two things come together and this is the product of it. This is the result. Me and you. These two things, they have a form and they have not a shape but an existence. And when that existence is nice and good, we say it is beautiful. So sometimes somebody comes and asks us about Abdullah, and we say Abdullah is a nice man. That can mean two things. It can mean he's very beautiful, he's handsome, well proportioned, strong, healthy. His body physically, yeah, real nice man. He's beautiful, he's handsome. But it can also mean that he is a nice man. Nice, easygoing, very charitable, very loving, very kind and caring. So the word nice can describe him physically or his physique, or it can describe his character. It can describe his person, his hands and his feet and his face and his eyes and his nose, well shaped, beautiful. It can describe these things. It can describe his person, or it can describe his personality. A nice man. The nice man that Abdullah is can refer to Abdullah even though he has some physical defects. Possible, isn't it? Let's say Abdullah is not very well shaped and he has some physical defects. Can we still say he's nice? Yes, of course, when we are referring to his character, his mannerism, the way that he is. When we look into the mirror, what do you see? What do you say? What's the dua? When you look in the mirror, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, right? You see a shaitan, you see a devil. What is the dua? Allahumma ahsin khuluqi kama ahsanta khalqi. The dua is Allahumma ahsin khuluqi. This is one word. Kama ahsanta khalqi. This is the second word that I want to talk about. We say, oh Allah, look at it. Oh Allah, make my khuluq beautiful, just as you have made my khalq beautiful. O Allah, make my khulq beautiful, make my inside, my character beautiful, just as you have made my khalq beautiful. Both words, you hearing the similarity in them? Khuluqun, khalqun. Khuluqun is our inside, our character. For our purpose here today, when we talk about the inside, when we talk about the internal, we are talking about the heart, the aql, the intelligence, your soul, your spirit, your disposition, your mannerism. Take all of these things. Sometimes they are referred to and they mean different things. But generally speaking, when we say nafs, your nafs, your ruh, your soul, your intelligence, your inside. In tasawwuf, all of them means the same thing. In the field of rectifying one's inside and cleaning the heart, it means the same thing. Your inside, your electricity, your mannerism. So these two words, khuluq and khalq, because both of them they have a shape and they have a presentation. Our body has a shape and it has a presentation. The definition of a human being is hayawanun natiq, an articulate animal. We are an animal that have sense and that can speak and so on. This body presents itself like this with two hands and fingers, toes and feet and eyes, this presentation. The soul has a presentation as well, a way that it expresses and a way that it exists. Because remember we said, the soul is from the command of Allah. But that command of Allah has to exist in a certain way. The total existence of the soul, if you take it and put it together, how the soul is, the electricity and the fire of it, and you put it together, that is called your seerah. What is it called? Your seerah, your mannerism. And your external shape and form is called your surah. So you have your surah, your form, your shape, your appearance. This is your surah. It refers to your external. How is your external? That is your surah. And your seerah is your internal mannerism. What kind of person you are when somebody comes and choke you, when a calamity comes, when somebody calls you names, when somebody is lower than you, how you carry about yourself. For example, a fire has a form and it has heat. The fire, it has a shape and a color. This is the form, the external form of the fire. But different fires also have different heat. You have a blue flame and you have the flame when you add more oxygen and so on, that you can weld with and you can cut and so on. So different fires have different strengths, different ways of expressing themselves. But they also have a color, a shape and a size. And all. Some fires will produce plenty smoke. All of this is the external, that is the surah. This, our physical appearance, this is called our surah. And what is our internal one called? Seerah. One is with sword wow, and the other is seerah. When we talk about Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, what we talk about? Seerah. What does it mean therefore? The seerah of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the life history is not dates and times and names. Understand? When we study the seerah of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we are not studying dates. You are studying dates. You will know this year, this and this. You will study names, you will study places, you will study incidents. But the true seerah of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is how he reacted, how he functioned, his disposition. Therefore, in relation to our disposition and our shape and appearance, it is normally termed and called khubsurat. You ever hear that term? Khubsurat? Khub means beautiful, surat means what? shape. So you can either be khubsurat or you can either be khubsirat. Beautiful, there's only one word in English. You are beautiful, you are a nice man. What do you mean? He handsome or he has good morals and education? We don't know. In English, when they would do, he's a good man. Huh? That could have plenty meanings. Today, a bad man is a what? Good man, and a good man, yeah, good man, that means he's a bad man. Huh? He good for what? Nothing. To stay away from. So, khubsurat and khubsira. 4 words I've mentioned so far. Khalq, khulq, surat, and sirat. One refers to the external and one refers to the internal. Both of them can be beautiful or they can be ugly. Correct? You can have a good person, good means he's handsome, and you can have a good person, means his character is good. The beauty that we have on the outside, externally, this is short-lived. It starts to deteriorate as you start to get older, and your face starts to sag, and you start to wrinkle, and you start to go down. It's temporary. The beauty of the inside, this is what lasts. And this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He looks at. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, Inna Allah la yanzuru ila ajsamikum wa la ila suwarikum. Allah does not look towards your body, nor towards your shape and your figure and your appearance. وَلَكِنْ يَنْظُرُ إِلَىٰ قُلُوبِكُمْ إِلَىٰ قُلُوبِكُمْ. But Allah looks towards the heart. Allah is looking at what is going on in the inside. Allah on the day of Qiyamah will not question us about our face, and He will not question us about our hands and our feet. Allah is not going to question us about these things. Allah will question us about what? Our heart, the condition and our character, how we were inside. And just as there are things that constitute beauty on the outside, there are things that constitute beauty on the inside. The human body, externally, we are meant to be justly balanced. Same on this side, same on that side. Our hands and our feet and our eyes and our nose, all of these things. We don't want a tiny, tiny, tiny little hand. Like how they invent which one are the dinosaurs? T-Rex. Big, big dinosaur, tiny little hand. It doesn't make sense. He looks well. So, somebody is like that, you will say he's incomplete. Or if one of his eyes is big, or one ear is big, he's imbalanced. That will constitute that the person is not beautiful. So to be beautiful, the shape and the size and the form, we know what that constitutes. We know what it takes to be handsome and to be beautiful. Similarly, there are things that will make us ugly on the inside, and there are things that will make us, that is truly us, the inside will make us beautiful. But today, our concentration and our focus is only on the outside. Only on the outside, making the outside nice, washing the outside, cleaning the outside, dressing the outside, the comfort of the outside, put cream on the outside. And we are concerned about small little blemishes. A small little pimple on the face bothers us. We have to get rid of this. Put cream on it, Clearasil, get it down. We are bothered about these simple, small little blemishes. But there's major catastrophes on the inside. Major things that makes the person, as beautiful as he may be on the outside, he's a monster. That's what he is. As far as Allah is concerned, that person is a monster. Look how that person is considering his fellow human being. Look how he is treating this one. Look how he considers that one. Look at what he thinks of himself. What made Shaitan a Rajim? What made him Rajim? Because he's made out of fire? Whatever his shape is it that because he's ugly, that he's cast out, that he's Rajim and rejected by Allah? No. Why? Aba wastakbara. Aba wastakbara. He refused and was puffed up with pride. Where was this pride? On the outside? What, is that a part of the body? Was that a part of his figure, of his shape? No. It was a feeling existing in the heart. Ana khayrun minhu. I am better than him. I am better than him. We say the same thing, you know. We say the same thing. Not probably the same words, but we say the same thing. Anybody here have not said, tell them so, you know. Anybody here have not said that? Tell them so, you know. They don't listen, they harden. Same thing I tell them. Anybody here has never said that? Don't say that. Right? That's pride. I told them. That's what you mean. One individual, he was with his sheikh, right, and he was leaving. So his sheikh, he asked for advice. So his sheikh gave him two advice. I'll tell you one of the advice. He said, okay, you are going now, don't play God. So he said, how can I play God? Huh? I should. If I go and... He said, yes, when you go and you say, well, I told you so. It means you feel that you know now. I know. I foresaw the consequences of this. My knowledge is high and above and beyond. I can see, so I know. We say, we think little of others. Who is the worst? I am the worst. Who is better? Everybody else. We think like that? Pride is there, lurking on the inside, monster on the inside. Wallahu ya'lamu kha'inatul a'yun. Allah knows the deceit and the deception of the eyes. Allah knows what we're watching and what we put down and the whole things that we're thinking, and Allah knows the thoughts, the dirty, deep, dark thoughts. Allah knows. And what is He looking at? Our pretty face? No. He's looking at the heart. What the heart thinks. So we need to concentrate on being beautiful. Where? On the inside. This is where the concentration has to be. About Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Allah says in Quran, وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَىٰ خُلُقٍ عَظِيمٍ. You are upon a sublime character. The khalq and khulq of the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was perfect, beautiful. He was beautiful externally, beautiful internally. This is what we want to follow. This is what we want to be like. Be like Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Everything has to produce something. Our character is what, those are our fruits, our mannerism. Those are the things that we produce. Those are the things that count. How we are, how we think, how we look at others, what we conceive in our minds, our mannerism. This is us. This is truly us. Because the body dies. It rots and it becomes the food of worms. But it is the character that is really you. That is really you. That is you, and that is the electricity. Therefore, we have to concentrate on building our character. The essence of this deen is to build us morally. We must have the dawah of the Sahabas was what? What was the dawah of the Sahabas? Kunu mithlana. Kunu mithlana. They will go to a people and they will say to them, become like us. What? Go and take a facelift and go and do face surgery and look like us? Physically? No. Kunu mithlana. Become like us. Bring your mannerisms like our manners. Your way of life like our way of life. Your way of thinking like our way of thinking. Become like us. That was the dawah of the Sahabas. How dare we go to anybody today and say, become like me? They want to know how far to run. They want to run away from us. The salat is there. That is the external. But the objective of the salat is inna salata tanha anil fahsha'i wal munkari wal baghi. Salat is to prevent us from shameful iniquity and indecent things and transgression and so on. That is the objective of it. One is the light bulb, the physical light bulb with the glass and the piece of iron and the filament, but then it is the lumens the brightness that it produces. Which is the light bulb is the light bulb. Or what is the desired thing? The desired thing is the light that it produces. In us as well, this is not the desired thing. This is the instrument to produce it. How is charity going to be given? It has to be given with a hand. It has to be given with how is kind words going to be said? It has to be said with a tongue. But the objective of the tongue is not the presence of a piece of flesh. The objective of the hand is not just fingers and meat and flesh and bones. It is for you to do and accomplish something. And it will only accomplish what the heart, the message that the heart sends out. The inside. This is why the hadith of the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam is Inna fil jasadi mudghah. In the body there is a piece of flesh. Law saluhat saluhal jasadu kullu. If it is good, the whole body is good. Everything is good. You could be without arms, you could be blind. You can be any shape, anything, any color, whatever it is, it does not matter. But if the heart is good, you are good. And if the heart is bad, you are bad. We need to concentrate on the heart. Understand that this is not just our existence. This is the external part of our existence. This is the lesser part of our existence. The more important part is the heart. This is why Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has been sent. Bu'istu, said the Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bu'istu, explaining to us why he has been sent. He said, Bu'istu, I have been sent. What he's going to say after is his job specs. Why? I have been sent li'utimma makarim al-akhlaq, to complete good character. We are the best of ummahs. We have the best of books. We have the best of prophets. And our behavior is the best. Is it? Should be. Our behavior should be the best. Exemplary behavior. Above and beyond anyone and in any time and any place. The lowest of the Muslims. Lowest in the sense that his education, his background, his family, everything is of the lowest status. His morals and his character has to be higher and supreme and above the character of a non-Muslim of the highest status in all the other things. Highest lineage, he's a prince, and he has wealth, and he has the best knowledge, and he has the best everything else. But the character of this lowest Muslim, lowest in the sense of where he come from, knowledge, some village, farm, whatever it is, has to be better than him. The character of the believer. Because a little light, what it produces is better than what all the darknesses put together. First we have to recognize that there is a part of us that is neglected. If we neglect our physical body, if we neglect the outside and the limbs and the body will not have the strength to do things. Correct? If we neglect the outside, we do not look after its cleaning, we do not look after its food and strengthening it. If we neglect the physical body, it will not have the capacity to do things, and it will not be able to taste and enjoy the things that it should taste. If you are ill and you are not well and you are weak, you will not be able to enjoy a beautiful sight. Your head is hurting, you have fever, belly is paining. You will not be able to enjoy a sweet sound because physically something is wrong. Similarly, when our inside, our internal, our heart, our soul, our nafs is also neglected, it will not have the capacity to enjoy a beautiful sight, the Kaaba. It will not be able to enjoy a beautiful sound, the recitation of Quran, the zikr of Allah. Why? Because it's weak, it's sick. And if it is sick, it will not be able to function the way it is. And if the inside is sick, a'malus salihat, good deeds, it will have no attraction to that soul. That soul that is sick and diseased, what is it looking for? It's like a fly. A sick soul is like a fly. All it's looking for is garbage and other dirtiness. But if the soul is healthy, it's like a bee. What's it looking for? Flowers, honey, and nectar. That is why our ibadat has no taste. Why? Because the thing that tastes the sweetness of the ibadat is the internal tongue. And if that internal tongue is not functioning, if that internal eye is defective, that is why Allah says, deaf, dumb, and blind, even though they have eye. What are you talking about? What is Allah talking about? The internal eye, the internal understanding. If these things are defective, we will hear but we will not listen. We will hear but we will not understand. So if the inside is not good, and the inside is not healthy, then what will happen? Our so-called spiritual life, our inclination towards good deeds will not be there. We will not be able to taste the sweetness of ibadat, the sweetness of worship. And all it is, and all it will become, is just a ritual, fulfilling a command, doing what I have to do. I don't want Allah to punish me. This is my duty. We come here for Jumma, isn't it? And we come to Jumma to fulfill our duty and responsibility. Sick soul. Somebody distributing millions of dollars. You'll go there just to fulfill the responsibility of it, of going to collect millions of dollars. Eagerness will be in the heart. Joy will be in the heart. You'll be bubbling to go, because you see that as a what? I'll be able to get, I'll be granted, this thing, that thing, I'll get opportunities, free house, free land given away. You'll go there to fulfill the obligation of going, house and land given away. Everybody between this age I am between 35 and 40, they say to come here to go, yes? That's how you will go? No. When the inside is not right, then everything else will be misplaced and nothing will fit in and nothing will make sense, and it's like the battery is not connected. Nothing is going to happen. Lights are not going to work. If the CPU is not operating, the brain box in the car, for example, if that is bad, the tires can be perfect, the engine can be perfect, everything can be up to mark. But if that part of the car, the brain box, that's it, the brain box, if there's a problem there's a problem in the whole car. Everything will be affected. Life, wife, everything will be affected. Children, money, everything. Your feelings, your outlook, everything will be affected. When that is corrected, then everything else will function properly. So, we talked about our khalq, and we talked about our khulq, our external form and our appearance, and our khulq, our internal character, our person and our personality. Ask people, ask those who are close to us about ourselves, and let them be honest with us. Be the mirror. Let them be your mirror, because they can see. Find out from them. If they had to be stranded on an island with one person, who that would be? Who they want that one person to be? And they have to live the rest of their life with that person. Find out about ourselves. We can look in the mirror and we can see the defects. We can see the part not straight. Okay, I need to fix it. We can see the button in the mirror. Al-mu'minu mir'atul mu'min. The believer is the mirror of the next believer. The believer is the mirror. Find out from those who are close to us, our wives and our children and so on. We have to know to phrase the question to get the right response. Sometimes you don't even have to ask the question. You're coming home and they're looking for a place to hide. So you know something is wrong. You must know something is wrong. People were talking and laughing and you come in and then all the laughter stops. Something wrong. Something is wrong. Therefore we have to fix the inside. This is the presentation to Allah. The presentation to Allah is not, Allah, see, look how nice my hands are. Look how pretty my face is. Look at my house. That is not the presentation that we have to stand before Allah and give. The presentation is about the inside. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Quran that only those people, إِلَّا مَنْ أَتَى اللَّهَ بِقَلْبٍ سَلِيمٍ. Only that one who comes to Allah on the day of Qiyamah with a healthy, clean heart will be able to enter for healthy, clean heart. And if there's a mustard seed of pride in it, you can't go into Jannah. Imagine a mustard. That is not important to get rid of this pride. Is it not then a lifelong mission to get rid of this pride? Therefore, my objective is to put in front of us that we are constituted of two things, khalq and khulq. And we have to make effort. We already make an effort on the khalq. We have to make effort on the khulq. And there's a way to do it. Once we develop and we have the intention, that is the objective of the deen. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has explained it in the seerah of the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. وأقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.